And hear me out, right? And I'm going to say this from the bottom of my fucking heart. I do not like when people say, you didn't serve, you didn't deploy, you didn't fight in a war, you didn't lose a leg, you didn't XYZ. You know what you gave? Your time. All that time that we spent away from family, watching family grow up. Some of y'all who've never served do not understand that disconnect that we have with our family, that our sisters and brothers, everybody's growing, people's passing away, dying, and we have no emotional connection with our family anymore because we're off doing what we have to do, and we live in a different world with things we have to prioritize over those thoughts. That time away that we spend from our own kids when we get deployed or go TAD to some things, or we have to work late hours because some inspection or something might be coming up. Just like myself, to hit you where it hurts. I did 7 months on the MU. People, you can say, oh, no combat happened for you. But yeah, guess what? I came back 2 months later, I lost my child. That time that I lost my daughter, I would never get back. And you know who I gave that to? The military. But I know, yeah, I signed up to give my time. I know I volunteered to give my time, but nobody volunteered for the bullshit that came with giving your time. But it's cool, right? I volunteered to give my time, yes. So am I not being, why am I not being compensated for that? So if the government is saying that we're allotting this amount of money to veterans, why do veterans have to show up to the VA and prove they deserve the money for their time? Does that not make sense? Does that not hit any frequencies in some of y'all head? Is anybody tracking? Are we tracking? So when people, to all my veterans on here, all my active duty, the next time somebody says thank you for your service, ask them what are they thanking you for. Ask them what are they thanking you for. People walk by and say thank you for your service all the time and don't even know what they're thanking you for. Your time. You need to explain that to people. Ask them, what are you thanking me for? They're going to be like, I don't know. My time. I'm giving the country my time. That's what you're thanking me for. So don't just say thank you for your service and you don't even know what you're thanking people for. So how can people who've never served appreciate those who have served if they don't even know what they're fucking thanking them for? Make it make sense. Make it make sense. I don't know. For those of you out there also who serve and have served, who someone thank you for your service, and you say, oh, I haven't done anything. Yes, you have. And you still are giving your time. You are giving your time. And you will never get that back. So for anybody to have to go fight for anything for compensation is just downright a fucking problem. The problem isn't that I waited 7 months. The problem is that there is a wait time period. That's the problem. It's not about me. It's not about you. It's about veterans and those who have served and those who will serve. That's all it is. It's people wanting to be compensated for their time. That time incorporates a lot of things. It can take damage to your body, damage to your mental, damage to your physical. It can do a lot of things to you when you give your time to something. Nobody understands that mindset of when you wake up 6 o'clock in the fucking morning every day. To us, that's normal. That's cool. So we look at it as like, you know, like, man, who the fuck, who cares? Who cares? We getting up at 6 in the morning. But when I tell my friends and stuff back home, yo, we get up at 6 in the morning every morning. Oh, that's crazy, man. What? I never do. What? I could never get up at 6 in the morning. Damn. But I'm doing it for this country. And you don't even appreciate that. I'm doing something that you don't even have the courage to do, and you don't even appreciate that. I volunteered to do something that you don't have the courage to do as a human being. Just a decent human being. Just a decent human being. That's it. So that's why when I have the angle that I have, when I call out individuals Democrat or Republican. When I call out individuals and I call them out for the way they treat veterans, the way they treat active duty, that's why. Because you got people out there giving their time and they're never going to fucking get that back. They're never going to get that shit back. You watching me, listen to me right now, look at me, understand that time that you have given and you still are giving, you're never going to get it back. And once you're done giving it, you're going to have to fight to be compensated for it. Tell me how that makes sense. Make it make sense. You make it make sense for me because I have so much controversy, so much back and forth, so many people divided amongst veterans when we should all be standing together. That's what I need to know, because as veterans, we should all be standing together, but we divided. For what? For what? It's not self. Take the self out. When we got into the military, what did they take? They took that out of your vocabulary. And it's still gone. Keep that shit out of your vocabulary. It won't. Once that shit leaves your vocabulary when you join the military, it's gone forever. Because you are forever a part of this brotherhood. You go from active duty brotherhood to veterans. And that community is bigger and better. That community is from all different generations. That you ever talk to your fellow veterans? That community is from all different generations, backgrounds, and cultures, and it's everything. There's no, oh, I'm with them because he got no, we're veterans. Once you start getting around your own people as veterans in your own veteran community, you'll see all this bias and differences and all that shit is go out the window, man. It's all about helping each other grow, man. Like, straight up. So when people have so much to say or whatever my content, I don't read them weird ass comments. Because if you don't like my content or how I'm switching it up and how I'm informing people, get the fuck on. I don't care. You don't like my videos? I don't give a fuck. I'm making the content for the people who want to be informed, for the people who need to be informed, for the people who actually give a fuck about themselves. Because you got to give a fuck about yourself to give a fuck about somebody else. So if you don't give a fuck about yourself, I can't ask you to care about other people. I can't ask you to care about other sailors, soldiers, Marines, airmen. I can't ask you to do that. Because the thing was, oh, he hates the Marine Corps. No. That's a cool picture to paint, but it won't fucking sell. It's those individuals. Just like I told you when it comes to Democrat and Republican, it's the individuals. You get rid of these individuals, it works. You get rid of these weird asses in the military, it works. The military gave me the best structure of my life. Straight up, I didn't have a father figure that I needed in my life to give me that structure. And the Marine Corps gave me that. I'm forever grateful that I've seen Japan, Iwakuni Japan. Oh my God, bro. Like, nobody where I'm from could even fathom the imagination of what those mountains look like when you open your window, or when you go to Saigon's Yellow Brick Road, or when you drinking Chu Hais and shit. Motherfuckers don't even know what a fucking Chu Hai is. You know how many people in the world that don't know what a Chu Hai is? They know the candy high chews or whatever the fuck. Like, no, I'm talking about the one that gets you swung. I'm starting to see spaceships on Bankhead. Like, I'm appreciative of that. I went to San Diego. That was my dream. That was my dream, to be in the heart of San Diego. That was my fucking dream. The military did that for me. Then I came back home to the Carolinas. I was back home with family. The military did that for me. And that's what I wanted from the military. But that wasn't the only thing I took away. The trauma. The trust issues. The feeling of neglect, abandonment. All that hurt. And that's what I'm trying to get you to understand. It mixes. But see, me, I'm not perfect. I'm not. I didn't go through my career perfect. No. I'm just like we are all the same. We all find ways to bend curves and make things happen while we're in the military. We don't all get in trouble for the things that we do. And that's what I wanted senior leadership to understand, is that I understand that you and I are just alike. You have flaws, I have flaws. You make mistakes, I make mistakes. But for you to sit there and pretend like you're perfect, or for you to try to take an angle on me to charge me for something because you don't have nothing else to reach for? So you're just going to throw some shit up, command discretion? No. Because now you're telling me when I'm in the military and I'm going through these situations where I'm fighting for my pay, right? Because taking my pay, yeah, it's funny. It's a joke. Everybody laugh about it. Oh, you got your rank take. Oh, you got 3 NJPs, XYZ. It's all funny. But you don't know the Marines that helping their families eat, paying family bills, keeping people alive. You don't know what people's financial shits are like. So you're going to tell me, right, you're going to charge one person for that, fuck his world financially, but let the next person slide. Because there's never been a single thing in the military that every person has been charged for that broke it. But that's what I'm trying to get you to understand. So, me, I was going through it. I was deep in it. I had a lot of shit going on. I'm telling you, man, I had a lot of shit going on, man. December really fucked me up amongst a lot of shit that I was already going through. Once I got out, man, I took a mental plunge, man. I was homeless. Y'all don't even understand that. Like, wrap that around your mind real quick. I watch YouTube right now. I have 160,000 followers. While my YouTube was blowing up, I was homeless in the darkest place that I've ever been mentally, man. When I tell you, I couldn't even explain it to you. It will keep you up at night. TikTok will take this shit down. Somebody will take this shit, record it, make a movie out of that. But I'm telling you, I leaned on veterans. There wasn't, veterans. After Action. Ran by. Veteran. Veterans helping veterans. What After Action did for me, this is what I'm trying to get you to understand. There is more to life than just what you see and just what you think. Like, just because it's the norm, don't make it right. It don't make it right. And just because it was like that back in your time, well, I'm sorry, stupid. It's not a thing anymore. Because back in a lot of people's days, I wouldn't be on here telling jokes, motherfucker. And we want to talk about back in the day. Well, I really don't want to talk about back in the day, honestly. So that transition out the military is pretty fucking hard. It's really fucking hard. Because you could be going, you could be as prepared as you thought you was. Because I had a plan. You know what I didn't plan for? The loss of my child. You can't plan for that. I don't care what you do. You know how many people in this world ever even experienced that? Just Google it. I don't have a lot of people to talk to that can relate. But they exist. They are out there. And I'm talking to you. Those parents that are out there that went through that same tragedy that I went through. Look at me right now, man. No matter what you're going through in life, you have to pick yourself up, man. And you have to, I'm telling you, man, I was deep, man. But you have to pick yourself up, man. And you have to lean on the people left and right to you. No, everybody may not understand what you're going through, even other things people are going through. But people can empathize, man. So make sure you're surrounded by people who are empathetic, who can show compassion. So whenever times and things like that come, you know you're good. Because nobody in life was made to travel through life by themselves. Nobody. For those of you out there thinking like, oh, I'm good on my own. Let's see how far you get before you start picking up the phone and you needing people. You need a pack. Walk around base. Tell me, walk around base anywhere and tell me anybody walking around base by themselves. Majority of the time, people are in groups, packs. Everybody needs a pack. And if you have served, there's a pack waiting on you. The veteran community, man. I promise you, we welcome you in open arms. They welcome me in open arms, man. Humbly, man. Like, I'm telling you, man, like, it's great. Like, I enjoy just being a part of this community. Like, it's the greatest thing I've ever been part of in my life. I'm telling you, like, those of you who feel like you're above, like, cool, bro. Cool. We don't care. We really don't give a fuck. But just stay the fuck out of our way. That's really it, man. So, I just want to get on here and talk to y'all, man, because it's been a while, man, since I really been on here, man, and I really wanted to, like, tap in, man, and, like, just really, like, talk to y'all, man, and really get y'all, like, locked in. When y'all see the hashtag on my videos, hashtag I am a veteran, I am a veteran. Like, before anything else, I am a veteran. And I'm here to tell you right now, like, straight up, like, listen to me, like, lean in a little closer, lean in. There's been a lot of comedians that have been veterans, but there's never been a veteran stand-up comedian like Shane Official. When I tell you I have arrived, it's too late, because I've been here. So when you see that hashtag, I am a veteran, just know what that means and what that stands for and the community that it represents. And if you are a veteran and you stand for the veteran community, stand on that. Stand on that. If you don't like veterans, you don't want to support veterans, stand on that. Stand on that shit. So look to your left and look to your fucking right. And start being observant of people's actions, not their fucking words. Because if you're that simple-minded, you would have never made it into the military. Because do your research on the percentage of people that even fucking make it in. You're not that simple-minded. Don't lose and fall away from your roots. Stay dangerous, man. After Action is a nonprofit organization seeking to improve economic outcome of those who have survived trauma. They are working to help survivors maintain a positive mental health.